Welcome back to you for another yummy update. How are we all feeling? Bad. I know we're all feeling bad. We're all feeling down. We're all feeling sad. Look at Coinfessions Rekt. It's June and there is still no alt season. I'm still poor. Truck all. Truck the Matrix. Truck school. I know. Get it. What else can we do, man? Can't do anything. Like, we can kick and scream harder. But all that's going to do is basically tire yourself out. Now, if you want to know, so this kid, hopefully you're not just another like Soilana teardrop tattoo cuck in a hotel cuck chair. If you actually want answers, I have answers here for you, okay? And I don't do this in any other aspect of life because I don't know what's going on most of the time. Like, I'm here 18 hours a day, okay? All I'm telling you is this business cycle, all right, has taken a very, very, very long time, the longest since 1980, so it's been 45 years, to kick up and do the positive flywheel. Now, the business cycle, right, we want to look at why has it taken so long? I mean, it doesn't really matter, but a lot of people want the answer, and I could just tell you why, all right? Zombie virus, all right? Zombie virus gave us too much PTSD. In zombie virus, people had businesses, next day they're gone. Also, just to remind you, zombie virus, yes, I covered this in my Juicy News friends from earlier. Zombie virus, this is pretty much Bitcoin, right? I want to show you this, man, just so you know. This is what everybody had to deal with, okay? So everything was doing great, all right? Everything's doing great. We're doing fine, and then literally you wake up one day, bang, everything went to zero. There you go. All right, we just went to zero. See ya. You see that? See that? That is extreme PTSD. So this hurts when you compound that with the interest rate hike bonanza they did on us in 2022. And people in the economy, right, rates just went up, cost of living went high. So those moves, it's basically now, we've been bitten too many times. So now pretty much people in the economy, we are pumping, I guess, normal stock standard Johnson & Johnson, put your butter on the cookie and eat it with some English breakfast tea on the side. Those types of behaviors are still there, the cookie cutter stuff. But the positive flywheel, take on more leverage, go get 3 loans, sell your kidney to go buy Bitcoin, that feeling is not there. And it's been a long time. Now, it will eventually come. Okay, because I don't think this time is different, but it will come. The problem is you just don't know when, and it has been taking a long time. Okay, so we got to play some PUBG music. And we're going to light some candles, okay? We're always lighting candles. Friends, we've been on a candle lighting bonanza for 1.5 years. So we can avoid all of these flying skulls and other curses and all these other stuff going on. Like this Aborimon thing that everyone's talking about. More updates here for you. Bitcoin Maxis are now shilling Bitcoin stocks because they are anti-altcoins. So to tell you, friends, see, it's starting. It's there. I'm telling you now, it's there, friends. Just feel it. Grab your Pokeball in your hand. Okay, don't squeeze too tight. Don't squeeze too tight. Sometimes you need stress relief. I'm telling you, it's still there, dude. Just Bitcoin Maxis, right? Because the Bitcoin dominance has gone on for so long. Bitcoin Maxis are euphoric. You have ETFs and stuff out here. Michael Saylor saying $30 million Bitcoin. Man, they're starting, friends. Willy Woo, unfortunately, all right, if we can get a hold of Willy, please tell him, don't do this, Willy. Worst idea of your life, bro. Worst idea of your life since leverage longing before the zombie virus. Trust me, but that one, it was outside of your control. Don't fuck this up twice, bro. He's selling all his Bitcoin to invest in Bitcoin miners. Friends, you know our friend Greg Foss? Oh, man, this story hurts so much. I don't even want to say it. Greg, he sold $4 million of his Bitcoin, his entire stash, I think. I think it was about 4 million or whatever. 4 or 8 million. And he gave it to a Bitcoin miner. And then they went bankrupt in like a year. Okay, he lost everything. Literally everything. And he had all his life savings in. So, I forgot how much it was. It might have been... It was either 400 or 800 Bitcoin. Greg Foss, friends, he was a bond trader. So he traded credit spreads and stuff. He traded a long career and he retired. He had enough money. And then he got in Bitcoin. He just rotated in and yeah, just, man, it just hurts. So I'm just telling you, Willy, learn from Greg, bro. Learn from Greg, Willy. The dumbest thing you can do is to bet against altcoins when they've been down for 4 years. So what do I actually mean by that, friends? So just so you understand, this is higher level knowledge, friendship stuff. Effectively, what Willy Woo is doing is, you know, these Bitcoin dominance. Let's show you a more cleaner chart so you can see this. This is the Bitcoin dominance on the yearly chart, okay? Willy Woo is going all in long here. He's pretty much leverage long right now, okay? He's literally leverage long right now. Now, we're not going to, he doesn't think of the word leverage, but it is, okay? You are now in the derivative further along the risk curve place. You're no longer in Bitcoin, okay? Now, here's the thing, bro. If you're selling Bitcoin to buy altcoins, I'm not sweating. I know it sucks, but I'm not sweating. If you're selling Bitcoin to go buy more Bitcoin derivatives like Bitcoin miners, which is literally the worst freaking industry you could be in, I'd be sweating big time. Literally big time. You are at extreme risk, man. Extreme risk. The valuations of these, like, oh man, like, what if the MicroStrategy premium of Bitcoin just goes from plus 70%? What if it goes to zero in the same way GBTC does? What if Ethereum comes back and there's StableCoin SuperCycle continuing? StableCoin SuperCycle, memecoin SuperCycle, Bitcoin Treasury bubble, crypto IPO bubble, yes, and all of these, but Bitcoin Treasury bubble has been going on for a long time. That's at risk of popping the fastest. But you know, are they going to listen? I don't know, man. Look at this. So we have this guy. I'm pleased to announce I've been brought on by the UTX management to help the Bitcoin Treasury strategy across the portfolio. So this is another Bitcoin Maxi saying, ha ha ha, more Bitcoin influencers, shilling more penny stocks, getting more board seats, based on who can suck David Bailey's Willy the hardest. It's the grift of 2025, and it just keeps grifting on. So yeah, because he's Bitcoin Maxi calling out other Bitcoin Maxis, and it is what it is, friends. But for us to make it, we know, friends. Are you alpha or beta? A beta male is always sidelined, holding these stable coins that can't pump, slouches, right? We keep our back straight here, straightest posture in the northern, southern, eastern, and western hemisphere. Do you ever use a ruler at school? That's not a ruler. They took a measurement of my spine. Look at this, fluffy microphone, positioned correctly, fluffy slippers, good posture, Mogs, soy boys. It's PTSD from the business cycle, friends. That's it. It's PTSD, okay? It's going to be a while to get our Dogecoin mania stuff out here, all right? But yeah, it has been a very, very, very long while as well. I know everyone's been getting restless. Yeah, the FOMC, major loser today. Maybe major loser, Jerome Powell didn't move the rates, but the market, friends, I know this is what I'm about to tell you. You're not going to like it, but I have to tell it to you anyway. The market doesn't give a shit about the interest rates. Even if major loser Jerome Powell cut the rates, it's not enough. You know that? I'm telling you, it's not enough. Remember I told you Richard Hart defeating the SEC was priced in. No one believed me. Okay, well, I'm telling you now, if major loser Jerome Powell cut rates like 100 basis points, there's going to be a little sugar rush and the economy's just going to go back to it. I promise you, okay? And it's not going to give us our alt season, okay? The alt season, the business cycle phenomena, it is outside of almost everyone's control, okay? It just happens, ebbs and flows. It's just, honestly, this business cycle, friends, you know, it's been going on for like hundreds of years since economists have been tracking it. Business cycle, you know, this 4.5 to 5.5 years of up, and then this like contraction period, right? Now the governments try to smooth it so it's not as erratic. If the government didn't smooth it, these things would go to 0 and they go to 100 and they go to 0. That's what it used to be like back in the day. It's kind of funny, right? If you actually want to go back in time, you know, in the early 70s, right before this, look at this. This is, friends, before the fiat standard, right? Before we went, look at this, look how erratic they were. They go, okay, you went to 0, now you're at 76, now you're back to 0. And look at these, like bang, 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 bang. Do you see these erratic natures? You see how low these things are? Bang, bang, bang. Now they are, look at that. See how, look at the volatility. It's smoother now. That's government intervention. You get it? So when things go down, governments spend, print more money. When it goes up, they pull back on it. You know, they're like, so pretty much that's what's happening, right? We're just waiting for this thing to kick up again. I've also had some breaking news appear recently. So China are going to launch an official stablecoin called the e-CNY. All right, so here is China Red flag of China, right? Harry Shoo Shoo. It's all my Chinese baby dolls. Matt, I think we got to go for a session soon. Okay. Maybe we should go for like one of those steak rolls again, Matt. Steak rolls, or we get, yeah, maybe one of those beef burgers again. Yes. So this is obviously P-Dye out here. Friends, I love it because, you know, Matt, friends, we used to trade together, right? And then Matt, remember, it got really, really hard. Basically, we traded Bitcoin, right? So Matt's still got his Bitcoin stash, and he's obviously held it since 2019, 2020 when we were all trading. But yeah, Matt went back to uni to do AI learning, AI, maths, and stuff out here. So he's really on board with that. That's awesome. So now I'm actually using it. I'm using AI more. Like, he's always been telling me, you got to get ChatGPT, but now I can actually like, whoa, man, this thing is next level. You're talking to, like, you don't have to search anywhere. It's like one bot. That's the difference between AI and Google. Google McDougal is, you've got to look around, but AI is like one entity talking. You know, right now it's just like a black and white, you know, it's just the white text. But wait till they start adding stuff. Wait till they start adding like an anime girl with big jiggly boobies and stuff. And you're like, ha ha ha, here's the answer to all your problems. You know what I mean? Like, once they start finding out ways how to just get your attention more, because Google's just plain text, you know, that's the future and stuff out here. And then what if they become sentient? Imagine we make sentient AI and then they learn how to put humans down. Bullying, that'd be crazy. People make their own AI just to bully each other. And then you can't stop that, really, because you got AI agents, because they're getting paid. New world we're going to be living in, friends. My StableCoin SuperCycle has confirmed again. So all this AI, convergence with crypto hopefully meets with a big bang and we get a big explosion. But yeah, China, friends, are going to deploy their stablecoin, the digital currency, in Shanghai first. Okay, the e-CNY. So, friends, it's just, everything's going digital, which is what we want, man. So just to let you know, what does it actually mean when these things are happening? Pretty much, they use the word digital all over to the blue pill sheep cuck population, right? They use the word digital a lot, and it gets people used to money being digital and no more physical cash. But which it already is, but people are still like, no, I want to use cash. I want to use cash. Yeah, I know. I do too. Problem is, 99% of people don't, and they don't use it right now. So once they're all used to the fact that money can move from place to place on their wallet, different places, okay, it's all connected by the bank, right? That now everyone's basically being trained for crypto, right? And that's exactly what we want to see. Another yummy updates here for you, friends. Tether minted another 1 billion USDT in the past 24 hours. So Tether minting, Tether, it used to be like a Ponzi theme, but it's not. Okay, Tether, why Tether mints is literally someone calls them up and they say, hey, you know, we want to put $50 million of money into crypto. We need a $50 million transfer. And then Tether will mint them 50 million, you know, but when they have the $1 billion stash, they go make a big announcement and they do it 1 billion. So Tether's, I think this market cap hasn't updated. It's about 156 billion now. See, this red line is Tether's market cap over time. See, Tether's just growing and growing and growing and growing over time. Once again, StableCoin SuperCycle confirming. In some other updates that's happened recently, this is the current state of the world. Ask Rachel. I fantasize about my wife cuckolding me. This week, we received 2 letters on a similar topic. We asked our resident SEX and relationships agony, Aunt Rachel Johnson, to answer both. Quote, it is not uncommon to find couples who are turned on by watching their partners fornicate with others, usually men, says Rachel. So this is the current state of the world. This is the stuff that, look, man, there has to be some sort of sick agenda out there. There's some, not sick in a good way, as in like, why do I read that? Why am I not reading how to change your life, how to improve your life? Why aren't I reading stuff like, hey, don't eat multiple times a day. It's inflaming all your organs. You won't need to get as many drugs from the doctor. Why is that not in fun? Why is it not like, hey, this is ways to, like, you know, ways to invest for the future. Here's ideas for you. It's none of that. It's try being a cuckold today. Do I have a chair for you? So, major loser Jerome Powell is in the hotel cuck chair. It's kind of funny, man. Major loser Jerome Powell, he's just doing what the economy is telling him to do. I'm being serious. Okay, friends, remember, I've been calling him a late major loser too. So, but he's not doing anything he shouldn't do. It's funny watching Trump tear apart his reputation, and he's just doing what he's meant to do. It's just funny. What isn't funny was PulseX dumping 20% instantly in a clicky. That wasn't funny. That wasn't nice. So, yeah, once again, we just got to wait around. But, friends, what do? Good things come to those who wait. Just be the little turtle. This cute little turtle just swimming and swimming and swimming. It feels like us. So, yeah, man. Eventually, we'll kick off, friends. I know I keep saying AI, but there's nothing else. Like, is there anything else in this world that would blow your mind with technology that would be like, oh my gosh, I am so much more optimistic about the future right now? It's AI. You know what I mean? Once I start doing some upgrades, that's when pretty much people be like, oh, the future is now. And when they start doing that, they feel confident and they're like, okay, let me go take on the loans. Let me go do this. Crypto is also AI. Let's do crypto AI. Let's go invest for the future. Once people are in that mindset, we can get the euphoric blow off. Until then, keep it together. Like, subscribe, belly button, or catch you soon.